Hey everybody, it's Derek with Clash in the North here, bringing you a recap from the Week 8 action of the CWL Rising Division. In this one, sorry about missing last week. When I went to upload it for crunch time, we had a corrupted file. I feel really bad because it was a truly great war, and I tried to really get that expressed in it. So I'm sorry to everybody whose attacks didn't get shown, who definitely deserved it. But either way, you can see up against this week, we faced Gunma Samurai. They were undefeated, 7-0 coming into the week. We have now knocked them off. We take a division lead with this as well. It was really just a great war. We have a couple areas we need to improve on, but as far as kind of this war went, we're happy to get the win for certain. It's just very, very important. So we'll jump into some attacks here. We went perfect on dips. We did only have one 10v10, so we'll take a look at that. Cody coming in with a suicide hero Lalo. So first up, he's got his bowler coming down, and he's going to end up being able to bowler bounce the AD. And then he has a quake spell to go ahead and take it out for good. As the king comes down, walking around the bottom side, the wall breakers will come in and open up the compartment for his queen. As you can see, the bullet bounce has gotten the AD almost all the way down. The quake spell will finish it off here when he decides to drop that in a minute. Goes ahead and uses that king ability to just completely push that funnel away, and now his queen comes down, targeting that archer tower first, and then going right on inside. King has gotten tons of value, clearing a bunch of trash, and now with this he can go ahead and get that second AD as well as the inferno tower. Comes into the loon to just take out the cannon. It's going to just help with some late loon pathing. Pops that queen ability nice and early, gets the inferno tower down, and then takes down the cannon. But luckily the loon's going to come right over there and take the queen out, so the hound doesn't pop at all. From here he will start the Lalo, coming in at air defenses, targeting a bunch of loons on these top side, coming in with a second hound at the bottom side of the base here, and then a third hound coming out will come over here around 6, coming across from the CC. So these loons all hasted in to the core, goes ahead and drops a rage spell. With the queen stands in like the perfect spot, so the skellies are mostly out of range of that inferno tower. Raging the loons over the two last wizard towers, freezing that inferno tower, and then hasting loons into the side. This is just to get on top of that air defense really quickly. And from there, hasting the final time to just clear out the rest of the defenses. As you see, tons of pups and minions everywhere. Unfortunately, the hound is kind of a little annoying because it does go ahead and pop there. But at the end of the day, his pups are able to take them out as they kind of all collapse, and minion gets the kind of last of the pups there. Then there's just one hanging on that big pack of loons, but it's not a big issue. It can't do enough damage to get all those ones dead. Cody gets the 3-star in his first attack in NA, so welcome, buddy. Next, we'll just start taking a look at some 9s. The regular Swaggy coming in with a stone bolo attack. Goes ahead and quaking open the core. You can kind of get access to all 4 ADs this way, as well as just kind of opens everything up for his bowlers really nicely. So in comes golem number 1, bunch of wizards behind him. One of the nice things is obviously Swaggy doesn't waste a lot of time getting these wizards out. It has a plenty of them, so the golems stay very, very healthy in all their attacks. In comes kind of everything's just kind of funneling around. You can see the top side of this base is just going down. The bottom, the 9 o'clock side's also going down, and then the king, queen, and the bowlers come in. And he's just moving right along. Wizards are able to just kind of eliminate everything so quickly with the bowlers. If there would have been a hound in this CC, it wouldn't have even mattered because all the freaking wizards are there. Bowler bounce is just destroying the core of this base, absolutely just wrecking everything. Goes ahead and heals everything up, coming out of the rage spell to get through the second half of this base. I mean, there's just not that much left at this point. And he's got a golem walking around the sides, which are doing a great job just tanking. So these loons are coming in just unhit. As the queen still has her ability, has 6 loons in the bag. And Swaggy doing what he normally does, and that's swagging a whole bunch of troops, and then just finishes off this raid with a nice, beautiful ending here. Getting all the trash cleaned up, everything finishing. I love how the golems walked around and then swagging the loons. Finishing on that builder hut. It gets us a 3-star. He had a 6-pack, so congrats, you Swaggy. Although that's fairly typical for ya. Next up, we'll take a look at Troll's hit on 14 here. And he's coming in with a Queen Walk Dragons with a Zap Quake. He does this quite a bit. So his Queen's going to come down. She's going to walk up the top side of this base. You can see there's 3 ADs kind of on the exposed outer edges. And then he goes ahead and zaps the AD that's would have been protected that he couldn't have gotten. As his Queen's walking up the north side, he does have, walking up towards 3 o'clock, he does have the King come down at 6. Again, that's going to just kind of funnel off a bunch of trash, which is going to help just take out this base. In comes that rage spell. He uses 2 dragons. It's kind of weird. You use those 2 dragons to take out that CC. Has that 1 rage spell left. Queen's walking around, getting the air defenses. Does have the defensive queen that has finally kind of started making a play. Drops that poison on her. A little late on the rage spell for the dragons. Should have been probably about right a little bit earlier than what it was to take out some of those high HP buildings, and then just moves on through this base. So many dragons are up, and the queen is just obviously able to get so much value from her walk, getting 3 ADs, and then dragons just all over the place taking out the defenses. One of the it's kind of a pretty nice attack for having all the trash build, like most of the trash buildings were on the outside, because the dragons are basically moving defense to defense, which gets them a ton of value really quickly. They weren't really beating on high HP storages or anything like that. We're going to kind of take them down and slow that progression. Kind of let the defenses take them out. So nice job, Troll. Don't think you had a 6-pack. If you did, sorry. Can't just didn't write that down. Private Natsu did though. He's a beast. Town Hall 9. I think like over 90% hit rate this season, so absolutely insane. All his attacks are really nice, and this one, I don't think this went to plan. I didn't see what the exact plan was, but he definitely ends up recovering this if this didn't, which I do not believe it would have. So in comes the King. Goes ahead and uses a couple of loons to pull some of the CC, but it's a bunch of archers, which is obviously really inconvenient for what he's trying to do. Goes ahead, will pop that King ability and take out the defensive queen. Some more archers keep coming out, and he's kind of can't invest more into. Goes ahead and puts a giant, and finally the witch and the baby drag come out, or might have been just a skeleton trap. Yeah, it was just skeleton trap and the baby drag come out. So from there, the Lalo can go ahead and start it as the CC has gone down. Queen is dead. There is some archers up. Hasting loons in, just really nice timing on all of this. Gets a rage spell waiting for them as they get into kind of the middle of this base. Unfortunately, that sweeper didn't go down, so it was like really inconvenient. And he has a huge pack of loons that is almost dead. It does have that heal spell. So he goes ahead and uses that while the golem's tanking, which is obviously just a lot of value because it gets all those loons that in that big pack kind of healed back up, and it's collapsing that the left side of the defenses. Pasting the loons over the last couple defenses. Hound pops, which is just obviously extra value. Does have a minion. Cleanup's already going on. Just one little Tesla left nicely. The Hound gets out in front. It's at low health, so it will go ahead and pop. Gives him just a little bit extra cleanup. Takes out 2 of the pups, but all the extra cleanup helps at this point. Finishes off the raid, cleaning up the rest of the trash, and ended up getting a 6-pack this war, which is another fairly common occurrence for Natsu. He's really developed into one of the better 9s we have in the clan. It's really nice to obviously see when your guys develop over a long period of time into being great players. Last up, we'll take a look at Longclaw. Longclaw also had a 6-pack coming back and into action here, and does it with a wonderful war performance. Needs to get that queen to 30. Probably get on that farming a little bit. Gotta give him a little bit of crap when you can, right? In comes the golem, backed up by some wizards, just creating that funnel. Top side, in comes the golem, more wizards. Again, creating everything moving nicely, creating funnels. Clearing all that trash out, goes ahead and sends in that test wall breaker, sends in the next golem, and then goes ahead and will send in the rest of the wall breakers to blow open the wall. In comes the queen. King will be surely following her up with the CC bowlers. As everything's moving along, here go in come those bowlers. Now they can make this trek across this base. Did a great job funneling, and funneled some of the outside buildings that were going to be close. The cannon was left up, but they take care of that. And now everything's just moving right on in. Unfortunately, the cannon does lock onto and doesn't go down to those bowler bounces, but does lock onto a bowler and takes one. Queen is engaging at a very unfortunate time. Just because that jump spell, the king had to beat on the wall a little bit. But then in comes the last hound. Loon's targeting these distracted defenses and able to just kind of sneak up in. Queen is obviously gutting this core out, getting insane amounts of value. In come the last little bits of loons targeting the topside defenses. Has that one haste spell that he can kind of just use. But he didn't need it, so go ahead and just put it in the bag. Has one loon left over with an archer. Plenty of time. A lot of storage is up. A little inconvenient, but the loon and a wizard are there. Kind of taking all those out, which is just nice value. In comes the swagged haste and loon, finishing off his 6-pack. Great war from Longclaw. Overall, overall, pretty good war from all of us. We definitely have some areas we want to improve on moving forward to kind of make these wars a little cleaner and get to those consistent 87 stars. Either way, I'm really proud of all you guys at Awakens. It's been a great journey, and I'm excited to see where we continue to go from here. But until next time, guys, stay frosty.